Today we're going to talk about obsessive fans. About obsessive fans, we're going to talk about a specific group of fans. It goes general for all fans of the world, so just like music and any kind of fans. But today we're going to talk about music and specifically Beyonce's music fans. Today's is called Brand Mix. So the show of today, well, today first, it's a show, a TV show that's available on Prime. It's called Swarm. And yeah, it's called Swarm because bee swarm. At first I was like, this is a strange noise going around, but like didn't pay too much attention to it. It's like the fans, the army, their names, it's called Swarm. It's like a bee swarm. This kind of like this sounds that we hear sometimes when the character goes a little woohoo. It reminds me of the bee. It's like bee, as in Beyonce did Donald Glover, one of the TV show creator, did that on purpose. I think it did because, I mean, it is just too small a coincidence for it not to be. So we're going to talk about the nitty-gritty first before talking about the crazy and the very graphic that the TV show is. So it's available on Prime Video. It is from 2023. There's about 7 episodes, about 30 minutes. It's, yeah, like I said, it's really graphic, so there's a lot of violence because that's obsessive fan that is portrayed by Dominique Fishback. The character's name is Dre. She has some mental health issues, but she kills people. And Dre is also a best friend with Chloe Bailey's character named Marissa. She also has an issue, that's Dre, with Marissa's boyfriend, who is portrayed by Damson Idris. And by an issue, I mean that because they are best friends since forever, Dre, as we'll find out later on, she's been adopted, some sort. She's been put a foster care in the family of Marissa, so they are pretty close. But because I think Dre has some emotional dependence, and because something has happened in her past life, and because that's why she was put in foster care, I guess, she has a lot of trauma and abandonment issues. And when she is abandoned by Marissa, because Marissa has had enough of her shit, she goes live with her boyfriend. Dre loses it because she goes, why are you doing this to me? As in, like, well, I've been talking about with my boyfriend about this for a while. Anyway, but it happened because after Dre was supposed to take over the shift of Marissa in a shopping mall, she goes off and leave the store unattended, and some stuff bad happened, and of course Marissa's got the downfall of that. And so of course she's very pissed off, as she's that's alright, and she decides to leave, except that after that Marissa had a fight with her boyfriend, and she decides to come back, except that Dre, because she's upset and sad and mad and everything, she goes out to try and not think about that. And when she comes back, she finds Marissa, her best friend, dead in their bed because she has decided to unalive herself. And that is the switch, because she decides that she has nothing better after that to go and kills Marissa's now ex-boyfriend, we're gonna say, just because according to Dre, that's her fault that Marissa is dead. And I'm talking about this first rather than who she's obsessed with in the TV shows, in the singer, because to me the fact that she's an obsessive fan with a singer that we're gonna say is Beyonce, even though it's not, is what's her name, Naija, that's the name of the singer in there, that's very popular, has a lot of songs, and I mean, it has to be Beyonce, because at some point in one of the episodes they do reenact the elevator scene where, I think, what's her name, the sister had an argument, physical argument with Jay-Z. And I was like, after that, yeah, there can't be any doubt. So she's as massively successful and popular that Naija as Beyonce is. And so she's Dre, very obsessed, as in, like, Naija can't do no wrong, Naija deserved everything, Naija even deserve her, while she's broke and has no money, deserve that Dre spend $1,800 on show tickets, which I think also the price of concert tickets is also something that is touched lightly in this TV show, because this is ridiculous. $1,800, that must be like VIP tickets. But at that time, Marissa's boyfriend, I think he did mention that the cheapest tickets was like $340. That's $340. And we're like, this is the cheapest, yes, but that ain't cheap. So yeah, it starts very quickly, because it's escalating. So you think, yeah, she's just very obsessive, very possessive, and very maybe a bit narcissistic, very dependent on her Naija and Marissa's love and friendship. But it escalates, as in like she breaks mentally after, of course, Marissa's death, and after the boyfriend's killing, and after that it goes on. It's even more shocking and violent, as specifically in one of the episodes, episode 6 or 7, it is, I think, episode 7. You're like, yeah, I thought she couldn't go any lower, but she did. And also a thing about that show is that it's sold like this, yeah? It's sold as in it's based on a true story. Yeah, totally forgot. If I found out when I do the editing, I will put it in voiceover. In that show, we also have a couple of interesting guests. We have Paris Jackson and also Billie Eilish. Paris Jackson, I thought her character was going to stay a bit longer because I was like, I wonder how that could work, but I can see it work as in the character staying, just like Tema and Louise, maybe. But I'm gonna spoil you. This is not a huge spoiler, but she is the Paris Jackson's character. I think she's in a couple of episodes. She is killed by Dre. Why? I was like, but I guess maybe it's to not leave any witness because she does kill someone, but she was also like, yeah, I'm gonna do this with you. Episode 7 again. I thought that will be a low point for her, but episode 7 got me wrong. And also the part of Billie Eilish is that she plays some sort of cultish leader of a small group of women who are kind of in retreat of society and living in I mean, at first it seems like nice, they're empowering each other, they're living in a nice community and like peaceful and etc etc, but you quickly realize that Billie Eilish's character, who plays the cult leader very very well, because she's fake nice and fake good reading and good seeing. We've got that one in French, that's why. And she's actually quite manipulative, and if you go a little bit off the group rules and the community guidance and set of life that she gets manipulatively angry, and of course the others, and yeah, Dre is gonna see to that. That's what I'm gonna say. This one was a TV show that I really like to watch, not only because stuff keeps on happening, but not too much, as in overwhelming, but because the format of the show is that it's 30 minutes long, so it doesn't lose time. So it's like boom, boom, boom. Dre's character is very, very intriguing and fascinating. Although some stuff can seem, if you're not part of like a fan group, I was part of a fan base at some point, but I was never that crazy, I think. It's just fascinating how to see again, that's why I love horror, because you get to see how the mind works and that psychological aspect on how and why people are doing certain stuff and saying certain stuff. If you do decide to watch Swarm, and I hope you do, because it's, like I said, it's very fascinating and you get like shocked quite a few times. Do tell me in the comments what you thought of Dre's character as in psychological side. I hope you like the video. The setting is a bit new because today was not the day to film. It was like, if I don't film now, I'll film never, but that's the downside of living in a flat share, isn't it? I hope it's alright, and I hope you like the video. We'll come back tomorrow for another episode of 13 Days of Horror. I'm Suzy S, and this was Ben Mix. And before I go, I do wish you a good afternoon, a good morning, a good evening, a good night, and most importantly, good life. Bye!